Every year, millions of people wait for one product, the new iPhone. They queue up, pre-order, and celebrate a piece of glass and metal as if it's magic. But what most people never realize is that behind every iPhone lies not just technology, but the greatest financial mindset in modern history. The iPhone 17 Pro Max isn't just a phone. It's the living proof of how one man's vision turned creativity into the most profitable company on earth. That man was Steve Jobs. And today we'll uncover how his ideas still generate billions, even after he's gone. Chapter 1. The Vision That Printed Money. In 1976, inside a small California garage, two young men built a computer with spare parts. But Steve Jobs wasn't looking at circuits. He was looking at potential. He believed that technology should feel human, beautiful, emotional. He once said, "People don't know what they want until you show it to them." And that became Apple's golden rule. Where others sold computers, Jobs sold belief. He didn't market a product. He marketed a promise. That mindset didn't just create fans, it created investors. People didn't just buy Apple products. They bought into the Apple philosophy that design, purpose, and simplicity could change the world. Chapter 2. The Financial Code Behind the iPhone 17. Fast forward to today. The iPhone 17 Pro Max costs more than some laptops, and yet it sells faster than any other phone in the market. Why? Because Steve Jobs taught Apple a financial code. Price is what people pay. Value is what they feel. Apple doesn't compete on price. It competes on emotion. When you hold an iPhone, you're not holding hardware. You're holding years of innovation, design, and perfection. Jobs knew that perceived value creates financial power. When a product makes people feel premium, it becomes premium. That's not marketing. That's psychology turned into profit. Chapter 3. The Ecosystem of Endless Revenue. Here's the real financial genius behind Apple. They don't just sell a phone, they sell a system. Buy an iPhone, and you'll probably want AirPods, then an Apple Watch, then a MacBook, and before you know it, you're living inside a financial loop called the Apple ecosystem. This isn't coincidence. It's strategy. It's what investors call a recurring value chain. Instead of earning once from a customer, Apple earns for a lifetime. Every app, every subscription, every accessory is a tiny drop feeding a trillion-dollar ocean. This is how creativity, emotion, and business intelligence come together to make Apple the world's most profitable company. Chapter 4. Simplicity, the billion-dollar skill. Steve Jobs was obsessed with simplicity. He fired designers who made things complicated. He said, "Simple can be harder than complex." But why? Because simplicity multiplies scale. When something is easy to use, millions can adopt it. And when millions adopt it, profits explode. Simplicity isn't just a design choice. It's a financial strategy. It lowers confusion, increases trust, and creates emotional comfort. People pay more for peace of mind, and Apple sells exactly that. Chapter 5. The Mindset That Built a trillion-dollar brand. If you look deep into Jobs' mindset, you'll find 3 financial lessons hidden inside his creativity. Lesson 1. Focus on value, not volume. He didn't want to be the biggest. He wanted to be the best. And being the best always attracts wealth. Lesson 2. Create emotion before you create product. Apple doesn't tell people what to buy. It makes them feel something. And feelings sell faster than features. Lesson 3. Reinvest in innovation. Every dollar Apple earns goes back into research, design, and user experience. That's why the iPhone 17 feels light years ahead, because Apple keeps feeding the loop. This is the compounding power of innovation. Just like interest in your bank, small improvements over time build massive wealth. Chapter 6. The Learning Formula for Financial Growth. Let's step back. What can you learn from this? Steve Jobs didn't have a finance degree, but he mastered the ultimate rule of wealth: understanding human behavior. Whether you're building a business, managing money, or improving yourself, remember this equation: emotion plus simplicity equals value. If your idea makes life easier and touches emotion, you don't need to chase money. Money will chase you. Jobs used design to teach finance. He made people believe that good ideas deserve a price, and that belief turned customers into investors, and investors into believers. Chapter 7. Legacy. The true definition of wealth. Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, but every September when Apple launches a new iPhone, it's like his vision reborn again. The iPhone 17 Pro Max isn't about luxury, it's about legacy. It's proof that real wealth isn't just about money, it's about creating something that outlives you. Jobs didn't just change technology, he changed the financial DNA of innovation itself. He proved that when creativity meets discipline, success compounds like interest. Chapter 8. The Final Message. So the next time you unlock your iPhone, remember, you're touching the result of decades of thought, risk, and imagination. Behind that screen lies a mindset that turned art into assets, ideas into income, and dreams into data. Steve Jobs once said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." But maybe what he really meant was this: stay curious, stay learning, stay valuable. Because success isn't built in factories, it's built in the mind. And when your mindset changes, so does your financial future.